Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Chassi Cohen, and I'm the Dean of the Leonard Davis School of Gerontology. I want to welcome all the graduates, your family, and your friends. Thank you for being here today as we celebrate all of you. The USC Leonard Davis School of Gerontology, class of 2026. This has been a challenging year for higher education and for us here at USC. But we're turning a corner. With new leadership and a new vision, we're looking at an even brighter future for our university, our school, and especially for you, our graduates. But even if a time of unpredictability, this year is also one of celebration and reflection as we look back at 50 years of the Leonard Davis School. 5 decades of remarkable accomplishments that include the creation of the unique and innovative degree programs that you are receiving diplomas for today. As you begin the next part of your life's journey, armed with knowledge and purpose, you give us hope for a brighter future for the field in the decades to come. As I say every year, as an indicator of our success, with well over 200 graduates representing many states and countries, you are their largest graduating class ever. So, to all the graduates sitting here today, congratulations. You've done the hard, invisible work of becoming experts in the most inevitable, most universal human experience we have. And to the families, friends, and faculty who pushed you through, you are the scaffolding that made this intellectual architecture possible. Thank you for supporting this endeavor. You've done so much more than just complete a degree program. Your Leonard Davis School education has prepared you to improve the lives of older people, to appreciate and build upon the contributions of prior generations, and to contribute to better health and well-being for everyone. I know you will continue our school's half-century of tradition and service, innovation, and success. I'm certain that the next 50 years will see us make even more revolutionary discoveries in aging science, prevent and delay disease, and allow everyone to enjoy fuller, healthier lifespans. Working across multiple interconnected fields, you will be the leaders who will see to it that the foods we eat, the homes and communities we live in, the care we receive, the service we provide, the technology we develop, and the policies we promote all come together to build a new way to age. You do and will do great things, and you do them very well. You're entering a field that is literally everybody's business. Every company, every government, every city is going to need the specialized knowledge you carry. Our distinguished faculty have taught you to advance discoveries in disease prevention, health promotion, advocate for age-friendly policies and services, and to work towards a more and just equitable society. Imparting their lesson will become your legacy. I, as well as your family and friends who have faithfully supported your journey, look forward to living in the future you create for all of us. Thank you. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Tiffany Wang, one of our most accomplished graduates and president of the Student Gerontology Association. Tiffany.
All right. Happy graduation, everyone! It is such an honor to stand here today with my fellow graduates, family who flew across oceans to be here, and friends who have made the past 4 years some of the best in my life. When I was selected to give this speech, I really thought hard about how to summarize my time here. at USC. And one word kept coming to my mind: freedom. Not freedom to tailgate every weekend, but the freedom to choose what my life will be. For those of you that don't know me, I'm the daughter of immigrants. 我是王文和许冰的女儿. Which means I'm the daughter of my parents. I grew up as their translator. At doctor's appointments, endless customer service calls, basically they're binoculars into the American dream. My parents didn't have the freedom to choose, but because of them, I do. So when I got to USC, I had one question. What will I choose to do with this freedom? USC didn't just give me answers, it gave me possibility. It's where I began to understand that money was simply a tool, a currency we traded for freedom, for time, for happiness, and for love. Now, I never once felt content staring at the numbers in my bank account, but love, I've been rich in love. My childhood best friend Taint, who I've calculated picked up approximately 368 FaceTime calls over a course of our college career, Rio and Maxime, my research mentors, who single-handedly changed the trajectory of my life by believing in me before I ever learned how to believe in myself. And to my grandmother, who raised me with so much love, I would like to tell her in Fujonese, Mama, why do ni lao? And finally, to my parents who once drove to USC in midnight simply because I casually mentioned I was craving shrimp dumplings. In those moments, everything felt right. Just like when I opened my college acceptance letter, just like standing here right now. This path was not easy. And when I look out at all of you, I know I'm not alone in that. Every single person here has fought silent battles, sacrificed sleep, faced doubt, walked out of general chemistry lab and debated if they should drop out. Some of us carrying the dreams of our entire family on our back. But here we are. So to my graduating peers, the finish line is not the job offer, not the grad school acceptance, not the white coat. The real finish line is freedom. As we leave this place, promise me one thing. Don't just chase titles. Don't chase salaries. Chase freedom. Build a life where you don't need escape from. Be rich in love before you are rich in money. And never forget that this degree didn't just give us credentials, it gave us the power to choose. Congratulations, class of 2026, we are free!
Thank you, Tiffany. What a wonderful speech. It's always good to hear our student leaders reflect on their experience at the USC Leonard Davis School. And now, it is my honor to introduce this year's Giro Commencement speaker, Dr. Ranyan Liu. Dr. Liu received her PhD in gerontology in 1998, specializing in biodemography and population health under the mentorship of University professor Eileen Crimmins. Before her retirement in 2025, Dr. Liu achieved distinguished career in aging and healthcare services. Most recently, she served as the Vice President of Clinical Performance Measurement and Predictive Analytics at Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shields of New Jersey. She's also held various positions at United Healthcare, including Vice President of Clinical Analytics and Development, National Director of Clinical Analytics and Director of Medical Informatics. And before joining United Health Group, she worked as a research consultant at Kaiser Permanente. During her career, she's also served on healthcare performance measurement committees hosted by the Centers of Medicare and Medicare Services and the National Committee for Quality Assurance, helping advance national measure standardization. Prior to her time at USC, she received her MD from Peking University and her MS in epidemiology from the Beijing Institute of Heart, Lung, and Blood Vessel Diseases. In 2010, she also completed a Master's of Business Administration degree at the University of California, Irvine. Dr. Liu is not just an incredibly accomplished alumna, she's a true role model for many of you. Ranyan, please.
Thank you. Good afternoon, distinguished deans, faculty members, families, friends, and most importantly, the graduate of the class of 2026. I'm so honored to be here today with you. 28 years ago, I was sitting exactly where you are now, having just earned my PhD. At that time, it felt like the end of a long journey. Years of study, sacrifices, hard work had finally led to this moment. What I did not yet understand was that it was not an ending at all, simply a pause, a moment to look back before moving forward. So as Steve Jobs once said, you cannot connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backward. So standing here today, I finally see how the dots are connected and how each step, planned and planned, shaped my professional journey. So today, I want to share a bit of my journey. And so as you stand at the beginning of your own. So I was born and raised in a family where both of my parents were medical doctors. They were busy, saving lives every day, and I, watched their dedications to their patient inspired me to pursue medical school. So I wanted to follow in their footsteps to become a doctor and help people in a meaningful way. After completing my medical school, I began working in a teaching hospital in Beijing, China. So the hospital had a research center. At that time, the World Health Organization was leading a 10-year multinational surveillance study on cardiovascular diseases. My hospital was one of the participating centers. I had the opportunity to join the study. That experience reshaped how I view healthcare, expanding my perspective from individual patient's care to a population level responsibility. So that will, to pursue that, growing interest, I went on to attend graduate school to earn a master's degree in epidemiology. During that study period time, I became increasingly aware that cardiovascular diseases and other chronic conditions affect disproportionately the older adults. That realization actually sparked my further interest in pursuing further studies in this field. So by the time I completed my master's degree, I knew I wanted to continue contribute the research in this field. As such, in 1994, I made the most important decision in my journey. I came to USC Leonard Davis School of Gerontology to pursue a PhD. That was a kind of for somebody to passionate about aging research. Davis School was a perfect place to study because at that time USC was home to the oldest and the largest school of gerontology. I also was also honored to become the first international PhD student at Davis School. it was an experience that was both meaningful and quite challenging. I see a lot of international students in here. Probably you share that experience. During my 4 years study at the Gero, I studied under Professor Alan Kremens and received systematic and rigorous training and an experience I'm sure many of you share. I conduct the research on how hypertension and socioeconomic status affect the active life expectancy of the elderly in the United States. So I would like to take this opportunity to sincerely thank, where's the professor? There she is, Professor Ali Kremens for her guidance and mentorship. So after graduating in 1998, I joined the Kaiser Permanente where I led clinical research, initially focused on preventive care as a part of the collaborative initiatives between Kaiser and the U.S. Preventive Service Task Force. Over time in my career, my work expanded beyond the research into clinical operations, business management, eventually in healthcare leadership. That shift pushed me to think more broadly about healthcare and how to effectively integrate medical knowledge, aging science, and the U.S. healthcare system to improve care quality and population health outcomes to all the people in the United States, of course, including our major elderly population. So that broader perspective has only become more important today. U.S. population is aging. By 2040, approximately 1 in 5 Americans, nearly 80 million people will be age 65 or older. So this demographic shift is creating substantial demand on healthcare, long-term care, social services, health-related technology, and AI. So there is the tremendous opportunities ahead of you all to shape the future, create a lasting impact, and drive a meaningful change. The education and the training you received from Davis School have provided you with a strong foundation. You are well prepared to engage with the challenges of our aging society. Now is the time for you to create something uniquely your own upon their foundation. As you leave here today, carry a sense of a purpose, but remain open to where your path may lead. Let life surprise you. Let it redirect you, even if that something looks different than what you imagined today. Sometimes the best paths and the destinations are the ones that we never planned to reach. Congratulations, the class of 2026.
Thank you. Thank you, Ranyan, for this inspiring speech. And now, it's time to recognize our graduates. By the authority vested in me by the USC Board of Trustees and President, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree or certificate for which you have been recommended by the faculty with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. As evidence of these degrees and certificates, I shall direct that an appropriate diploma of the University of Southern California be presented to each of you, signed by its officers and embossed with the seal of the University of Southern California. Congratulations, class of 2026. Fight on.
Bachelor of Science in Human Development and Aging. Miriam Mary Astvatsadrian. Madison May Don. Sophia Hamid. Eric Junjun Huang. Ryan Kober. Veronica Kuo. Yebon Lee. Jonathan Lai. Haley Park. Marisol Perez. Nikki Sanati. Samantha Ray Schilling. Yutong Shao. Zachary Song. Tiffany Wang. Bachelor of Science in Lifespan Health. Chloe Bennett Elderkin. Edison Liu. Maya Kristen Noda. Sydney Saito. Master of Arts in Aging Services Management. Shindan Cao. Weiji Chen. Amy Fuller Kuda. Logan Harrison. And Chi Huang. Lan Huang. Amy Wynn. Yuse-sun. Ziyuan Kevin Wang. Zedong Shu. Wenjuan Yang. Bohan Zhang. Mengfan Zhang. Nancy Zhao. Lydia Zhou. Master of Science in Applied Technology and Aging, Haoken Chen. Yuepeng Gao. Qin Li. Yang Li. Taoning Zhang. Master of Arts in Senior Living Hospitality, Kristen Joy Kramer. Boyuan Liu. Matthew Alexander Marokin. Cynthia Arona. Zeming Wang. Yingxiu Ye. Zhihong Zheng. Eleonora Christova. Master of Arts in Medical Gerontology, Paulina Flores. Natalie Hester. Sydney Jane Kalin. Emilia Reynoso. Lindsay Welton. Noraya Sanchez Zaragoza. Master of Arts in Gerontology, Stephen Higgins. Yue Qi. Xinjia Yin. Duyi D. Yuduba. Crystal Zhao. Master of Science in Gerontology, Sheshi Bao. Jada Dennis. Salma Dura. Kuang Ting Hu. Yuna Kile Ito. Marguerite Larson. Li Chao Yi. Howard Liu. Savannah Nicole Monson. Amor Mathershed. Rachel Osei Nsafua. Meiti Roby. Shiwei Sheng. Yuhan Shuai. Vanessa Valerio. Fei Wang. Saiyang Wang. Yajia Wang. Camden Wu. Dai-Yun Wu. Xiaoying Wu. Shintong Xiu. Pujie Zhang. Shuo Zhang. Juan Ju. Master of Arts in Food Service Management and Dietetics, Adila Adil. Zihui Ni. Jiachi Qian. Xinyu Wang. Eileen Yi. Yan Zhang. Yichen Zhou. Master of Science in Lifespan, Nutrition and Dietetics. Wen Huang. Master of Science in Nutritional Science. Eliana Ferris. Lilia Gregorian. Pauline Hartunian. Cecilia Lee. Abigail Fajardo Peranil. Stephen Shai. Master of Science in Nutrition, Health Span and Longevity. Amir Muayyid Abu Lashin. Faith Bentley. Isabel Chen. Martin Chiang. Amy Contreras. Dylan Flock. Faith Marie Huss. Chloe Jones. Nita Lee. Jocelyn Liao. Annie Lynn. Shirley Liu. Ashley Lyons. Marissa McGovern. Now Naomi Okumura. Amelia Marie Parsons. Jenna Santolaya. Melissa Shao. Angelica Velasco. Jennifer Westfall. Doctorate of Longevity Arts and Sciences. Richard George Heller.
Mike? Oh, there it is. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Tara Mastro, and I am honored to recognize our undergraduate honors program students who have graduated with honors in gerontology. Would you please stand up so that we can recognize you? These students maintained a rigorous GPA and contributed significantly to gerontological research, culminating in an honors thesis. We are so proud of them. Thank you.
Okay, it's now time to recognize our doctoral candidates. So this part of our celebration is particularly special because we're honoring the tremendous accomplishments that this group of scholars have made through independent and novel research over the past 5 to 6 years of study in each of our doctoral programs. Now, their research contributions have advanced our knowledge and understanding.
Doctorate of Longevity Arts and Sciences.
Almost ready. So at the start of our program today, the pomp and circumstance that you saw as we processed up to the stage, it actually has a deeper meaning that's embedded within each of the regalia that you see that we're wearing. You might notice that each of us have different caps, different gowns, and different hoods, what we call full academic regalia. Now, the word academic has roots back to ancient Greece. Back then, the academia was a place. It was an ancient school of philosophy that was founded by Plato and was attended by the likes of Aristotle. The school was located in a region just outside of Athens and was dedicated to Athena, the goddess of wisdom. Today, the academia is bigger. It's associated with all of those who respond to a call of higher education and research, a call that each of our PhD graduates has answered and that we recognize today. Today, you're going to see 14 scholars who are receiving their doctoral hoods. Each of them joins the ranks of academics around the world. Each of them has persevered, having performed new research in order to advance our knowledge of aging. Each of them has published their research findings in peer-reviewed journals, and they had to stand up to the highest standards and meet the scrutiny of experts from around the world. They presented their research findings at national and international conferences, and all of them have contributed something new, something that no one else had ever discovered before, and those discoveries have enhanced our understanding of the complex challenges that face an aging population. Now, the doctoral hooding ceremony represents the culmination of this scholarly work. Each advisor that has mentored that student for the past half of a decade places the hood over their trainee's head, and this symbolic gesture officially marks the transition of that scholar from a learner to a proven contributor of knowledge in the field. Now, the significance of the hoods that you're going to see, those date back to ancient times where Celtic groups and Druid priests, they wore capes and hoods that symbolized higher education and superiority. Just as it was then, those caps and gowns and hoods are associated with our commencement as symbols of achievement. You'll notice that all the faculty have different colors, and those colors have meanings on their own. The two colors that are found in each one of the hood represent, one, the subject matter that the person studied. For example, dark blue is Doctor of Philosophy, green is for medicine, purple would be for law. The second color reflects the institution that confers the degree. And then lastly, there's a narrative from medieval times that describes the nature of the chevrons that you'll see on the sleeves of all of the doctoral robes. As legend has it, those stripes stand for the three pillars of doctoral scholarship: academic curiosity, academic honesty, and academic courage. So to all of our doctoral graduates, some time ago you answered the call to pursue higher education. It's important to remember that this academy that you now join is no longer constrained by walls as it was back then in Athens. It's not limited by boundaries of any geographical location. It's not bound by politics, and it's not bound by prevailing sentiment. In many ways, this academy is infinite, just like our thirst for knowledge and understanding. Today, each of our doctorates joins a worldwide community of scholars that is dedicated to the pursuit of truth and knowledge through research. So with that, the faculty of the Leonard Davis School of Gerontology at the University of Southern California, we congratulate you on your achievement of rank of Doctor of Philosophy, or doctorate, and we welcome you as equal colleagues. Although we're going to acknowledge each of them individually as their advisor hoods them, I'd ask all of you to please join me now in congratulating all of them together. Okay, the moment that's been anticipated for a while. The first program that we're going to introduce the graduate from is the Doctoral of Longevity Arts and Sciences program. So in a world that we live in now where longevity is reshaping really every aspect of society, we need to understand the strengths and untapped potential of older adults. This is essential. The Doctorate of Longevity Arts and Sciences is a program that's more than just a simple academic pursuit. It's a powerful act of vision and compassion where the student's journey culminates in a final summative outcome. It's an opportunity to become a voice for change, a builder of solutions, and a steward of the future, where growing older is not just possible, but purposeful. This journey offers the chance to translate knowledge into meaningful action, whether by writing a book that shifts public opinion, founding a nonprofit that fills a critical gap or need, or shaping and reshaping policies that protect dignity and equity. All of our DLAS graduates have made an impact on the lives of older adults and bringing their vision to fruition. So today, our next graduate from this program is going to be hooded by Dr. Erin Hagedorn.
So it's my honor to introduce to you Dr. Richard Heller. This is actually his third doctoral degree and his 11th degree in his life. So his dissertation was Financial Gerontology, the Legal and Economic Aspects of Planning and Savings for Retirement.
I'm a slow learner, that's the reason.
Doctorate of Longevity Arts and Sciences, Richard George Heller. Doctor of Philosophy in Biology of Aging.
Okay, so our next set of PhD graduates comes from our Biology of Aging program. More than a decade ago, the leadership at the School of Gerontology and the CEO of the Buck Institute in Northern California, we established the first PhD program in the world that focused exclusively on the biology of aging. The Buck was the perfect partner to endeavor on this project because we already had a deeply rooted relationship with them for over 30 years. In fact, University Emeritus Professor Caleb Finch and Dean Emeritus Ed Schneider were among the expert panel of gerontologists that helped conceive the idea of the Buck Institute, with Dean Emeritus Schneider actually serving as CEO of the Buck Institute while the campus was being constructed. Now, over the past decade, this PhD program has sent graduates to postdoctoral fellowship positions all throughout academia around the world, to industry positions where they continue to advance the study of aging, or to policy-driving foundations where they can lobby for change. These remarkable graduates have studied all facets of biology, ranging from biochemistry, molecular biology, cell biology, neuroscience, all with the goal of achieving a better understanding of the natural aging process. It's a pleasure to watch these trainees succeed, and I really look forward to seeing what they accomplish next.
Richard George Rich Doctor of Philosophy in Biology of Aging, Ariel Atkinson Floro.
So it's an honor to present Ariel Atkinson Floro on behalf of her mentor, Dr. Eric Verdin. Her dissertation is titled Evaluating Ketone Esters as an Intervention for Age-Related Immune Decline. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Atkinson Floro.
Maxim Averbu.
Hi, I'm Rio Sanabria, and it's my absolute pleasure to introduce Dr. Maxime Averbuk. His thesis title is Cheerfulness Without Boundary, an optimization of happiness under any scenario. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Maxime Averbuk.
Joseph Byrne.
Hi, my name is Berenice Benayoun. I am honored to present Joseph Byrne on behalf of his mentor, Dr. Simon Melef. His dissertation is titled Single Nuclei RNA-seq Profiling of the Aging Postmenopausal Ovary. Please join me in congratulating Joseph on this next step of his career.
Junwei Brendan Hughes.
So I'm honored to present Genway Brendan Hughes on behalf of the chair of his committee, Dr. Julie Anderson, and his research mentor, Dr. Judy Campisi. His dissertation is titled Unique Disease-Relevant Senescent Cell States Are Shaped by Differences in the Response to DNA Damage. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Hughes.
Ryan Liu.
I am honored to present Dr. Ryan Liu. His dissertation is titled The Impact of Biological Sex and Aging on the Innate Immune System. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Liu.
Tyne McHugh.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lisa Ellerby, and I'm honored to present Tyne McHugh. Her dissertation title is EIF4A Dependent Translation as a Mediator of ApoE2-Driven Resilience. Please join me in congratulating Tyne McHugh, Dr. Tyne McHugh.
Andrew Thomas Rodriguez.
So I'm honored to present Andrew Rodriguez on behalf of his mentor, Dr. Jennifer Garrison. His dissertation is titled Cell Non-Autonomous Regulation of Aging and Stress Responses and Caenorhabditis elegans. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Rodriguez.
Mashid Shalechi.
Hello, I'm Dr. Longo. It's my great pleasure to present to you Dr. Shalechi. And her dissertation title is The Effect of Fasting Mimicking Diet on Aging and Prostate Cancer. Great job, Mashid. Congratulations.
In 1989, our school created the first gerontology PhD program. In this program, students learn about the physiology of human development and aging, examine social policies related to aging, and study the neurological, psychological, behavioral, and sociological aspects of the lifespan development. In this world-renowned gerontology program, students work closely with their mentors and discover and shape their own academic specializations. Graduates of the Gerontology PhD program are now global leaders in aging research, policy, and services, and have helped to shape the world to better serve older adults to live healthier lives. This year, we celebrate 4 graduates of this program. Dr. Wilbur, can you please present the first, and Hood, the first candidate?
Doctor of Philosophy in Gerontology, Eleanor Batista Mallet.
Hi, my name is Kate Wilbur. I'm so very honored to present Eleanor Batista Mello. And her dissertation is entitled The Role of Health Services in Addressing Elder Mistreatment. I present Dr. Batista Mello.
Lillian Estenson.
Hello, I'm Professor Mireille Jacobson, and I'm truly honored to present Lily Estenson. Despite considerable personal challenges, Lily put together an amazing dissertation entitled How Medicare and Medicaid Beneficiaries Navigate Coverage. Please join me in congratulating Lily Estenson.
Stephanie Rubenstein.
I'm Dr. Liz Zielinski, and I'm honored to present Stephanie Rubenstein. Her dissertation is titled A Psychosocial Examination of Kin Loss and Well-Being Among Older Adults. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Rubenstein, and I would like to point out that the mentors are not lined up in order of height relative to the students.
Ming Zhao Yan.
I'm Dr. John Walsh. It's an honor to present Meng Zhao Yan, the beloved Meng Zhao Yan. The title of this dissertation is Exploring the Service Delivery and Utilization of Home Modifications for Aging in Place. Join me in congratulating Dr. Meng Zhao Yan.
Okay, so as you might have gleaned from the titles of the dissertations you've heard already, the study of gerontology is incredibly complex, and as such, it requires a multidisciplinary approach. The Leonard Davis School of Gerontology is the oldest institution to study all aspects of aging, from sociology, psychology, policy, and biology, but all of our faculty hold joint appointments in other schools and departments, and our faculty are integral components of their doctoral training programs as well. So today we honor one more graduate whose home department was outside of the School of Gerontology, but performed all of their PhD research training with faculty in our school. I'm honored that this year it happens to be a student from my lab.
Doctor of Philosophy in Molecular Biology, Brandy Weathers.
So I'm truly honored to present Brandy Weathers, whose degree is in Molecular and Computational Biology from the Dornsife College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences. Her dissertation is titled Integrating Neurotransmitter Signaling and Cytoprotective Stress Responses Mediated by Skin1. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Weathers. Okay, we reached the last part of our program. The first award that we're going to present today is called the Osterberg Award. Heinz Osterberg was the lab manager of University Emeritus Professor Caleb Finch, and he was the manager of Tuck's lab for 30 years, from 1975 to 2005. Heinz was a top-level chemist and major mentor of bench skills for all trainees that made it through the Finch lab over those 3 decades. Now, Heinz passed away April 6, 2022. Dolly, his longtime caregiver, is still currently caring for his wife, Willie. Heinz and Willie were married for 65 years, and they had known each other for over 70 years. After Heinz retired, a fund was established to award a PhD student from the school who had demonstrated excellence in their training, and the award would be presented at commencement. The award alternates between the social sciences and the biological science PhD programs every 2 years. And this year, we're awarding an outstanding PhD from the Gerontology PhD program. So if I could have Dr. Eleanor Batista Malat please come up. Okay, Dean Cohen is going to present the rest of our awards.
Always the best part of the program is giving out awards. The first one is the Undergraduate Student Award, and no surprise, it goes to Tiffany Wong. Very well deserved. Thank you. The next award goes to the Master's Students Award, and this year it goes to Faith Huss. There she is. Obviously unexpected. The next award is for the Doctoral Student Award, and this one goes to Maxine Averbrook. couple more of these. The next one is the Affiliated Doctor Award, which goes to Alexandria Weathers. The next award is for the Teaching Assistant of 2026, and it goes to Lillian Estenson. The last award is not to a student. It's the award that the students select for the Faculty Teaching Award. And this year, no surprise, it goes to Carrie Kreutzer. There's a fan club there for a reason. Okay. This has been another groundbreaking year for the university, the Leonard Davis School. I would like all the graduates and their families to stand up one more time and be recognized with applause. And before I send you home, please move your tassels from right to left, indicating that you've graduated. Once more, congratulations and fight on.